Hey everyone, thank you for stopping by Living To Do's review of Power Book 2 Ghost, the final season, season 4, episode 7, called I Can Fix This. Before I get started with the review, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and I thank you in advance. Okay, so this episode had a lot going on. In fact, the first scene, we are in the hospital with Diana. She's in the hospital, and when she comes to, she sees Tyreek, and he informs her that she lost the baby. Oh, so it's really, really sad. Of course, she wanted her baby, and like for anybody who had a heart, losing a baby, I'm sure, is really, really tough. And he wants to take the person out that did this, which is Felicia. And but in their short little time together, she's dealing with a lot. She's probably in pain, a loss of life, her baby, her first baby, uh, and she's just frustrated. She's like yelling at Tyreek and wanting him to leave the hospital. So he leaves the room and he runs into Monet, and he informs Monet that Diana lost the baby. Monet tells him to stay out of it. It's family business. And he tells Monet that, with all due respect, Monet, that was my baby, and it is his business. And he wants to go out and get this woman and kill her. I just know it. And he should. I stand with Tyreek with this. Tyreek's on the phone with Davis, and he's asking for cops' addresses. And, even though Davis is in with them, I'm sure he is reluctant to be someone who's assisting someone taking out a cop. You know what I mean? That's not really what he wants to do. So one of the scenes after that, we have Congressman Tate, cute Lorenz Tate, playing Congressman Tate, and unfortunately, he's viewing this the the dead body of his brother, who Carter killed. Now, as he's in the coroner's office with his brother on a slab, probably accepting the body or whatnot, definitely staking claim on it and laying eyes on his brother. Anyway, Carter is looking on. Carter, is the one who killed his brother Kamal. Congressman Tate tells Carter, he wants to find out who did this, whatever it takes. He wants them, punished for this. And Carter's like, we got this. It's my team is looking into this. And Congressman Tate, he informs Carter, or he reminds him that he used to be a cop, and they're going to get to the bottom of this. So what Carter does, sets up a murder, and he uses the gun that killed his brother. He sets it up into this, some random street people, their drug bust, whatever's going on, people that really don't matter. He's setting it all up. He's bringing in his right hand man, Nico, and they're in an apartment building, and he's in one room with one guy, and there's another guy that Nico's chasing. Anyway, Carter, he kills this guy, and then he puts the gun that killed Kamal in the hands of this man, and he kills the man, just blows his brain. Nico comes in and he sees it all, and it kind of just gives him an alibi. So he tells Nico that um, that was the gun that killed Kamal or whatnot. Anyway, he goes back to Congressman Tate, and he lets him know, oh, we found the killer. We killed him and whatnot. But you know what was really interesting? It was just really weird how Congressman Tate took that information. It seemed, and I don't know if this could happen, it just seems like it was a setup. Like Tate was setting them up, uh, Carter up to catch him in the act of something dirty. And it was just the way he took the news. He just seemed like something was going on with that. And I thought to myself, is Kamal really dead? Is he really dead? Because we don't know who stayed with him after he was shot. Did Carter check to see if he was dead, or did he just leave him there? And then, because it looked like he shot him in the chest, he could have been wearing one of those bulletproof vests. And then, everything's good. Carter thinks he's dead. They put him in the morgue, and we see Tate, looking over the body, talking to him. So I'm just thinking it would be really weird if he's not dead, but it was just the way that Congressman Tate accepted it and that information. It just didn't seem like it was over. I don't know. My take on it. Anyway.
So you're absolutely positive this is the guy that pulled the trigger on Kamal?
The weapon that we recovered matches the ballistics on your brother's case. So, we got him, Congressman. As promised.
Okay, so we have Noma. She's talking to Davis about the city official who was killed and the business that he was doing for her. And one of the things he was doing for her was working on her citizenship. Later, Kane, he comes in and he could see that Davis and Noma had slept together. And a little while later in the episode, he offers his hand in marriage to Noma. Noma, this is for partnership. Earlier in the episode, Noma called him an employee, which he didn't like that. So I guess he thought about it. If he marries her, he's a partner, and he has marriage with benefits. So it looks like that's going to happen. They're going to get married to keep her in the U.S. Tariq is on a warpath. He goes to his dorm room and he gets the guns. And I'm just so glad that he doesn't have the staff come and do a room check, because those guns weren't secure. All these machine guns in this college kid's room, not very smart either. He's going to go after Felicia. That's what he really came to do. Now, Kane also visited his sister in the hospital and overheard that it was Felicia, one of Carter's people. He wants to get her address. So I think he's asking Effie. Effie needs to get a cop's computer to get behind their firewall, because she can hack things, but I guess the cops have the special server, and for protection people can't hack in it unless you're, I guess, a part of the network. So they come get Braden in his room. Tyreek's already off, on the hunt for this girl. And Effie, Braden, and Kane, they set up this plan to go to a cop's house and use their computer to download some stuff on a firewall. So what they're going to do, they're going to act like they were carjacked, knock on the door. Hopefully she'll let them in the house. Braden, I guess, because he's white. And she's going to go to the bathroom, but she's really going to go find this computer, which is so random. How do you know where this man keeps his computer? She just so happens to go into the right spot, gets to download it, and of course things are going on all around the place. The lady gets suspicious. She should, because I don't know why she didn't even want to let them in her house. She's a a wife of a cop. You should know better, but she kind of want to help. So she lets him in. Then she thinks, as she's talking to Braden while Effie's in the bathroom, the story that he's telling doesn't add up. She goes and she checks on Effie in the bathroom while this file is downloading. Meanwhile, there's a knock at the door. That is Kane acting like a cop, and he's the story, I guess, is kind of matching up, or it makes sense maybe in this cop lady's head. And as Kane is talking to her, and they're going to take it from here. There's been a lot of carjackings, and after Effie gets the information, Effie walks out the door and thanks the cop lady. And the funny scene was when Braden, he was a little bloodied up to play off this skit, and Kane is escorting him out the door, and he just calls him Caucasian male. It's like, okay, come on, Caucasian male.
Neighborhood.
Yeah. Are you the one who called?
Yes, officer. So I'm a little shaken still, but all good. Thank you, Maggie. Is there anything that we can do to repay you?
No, think nothing of it. I just hope everything works out okay. Thank you, officer.
No, ma'am. Thank you. Appreciate you. Caucasian male, please come.
Thank you, sir.
His ad libs just be cracking me up. They're going to try to get that database. I think he wants to that's how he's going to go about getting this lady's information, Felicia, that killed his sister's baby. Okay, so another thing that happened is Carter finds out from Monet that Felicia beat Diana and killed her baby. And he's telling Monet no retaliation. There will be no retaliation, and, I guess they're going to pay for it. And he then later goes to Felicia. He meets up with her, and he tells her, did you know that Diana was pregnant? She had no idea. She's kind of, I guess she's kind of shocked too that happened. But then she's also a cop on drugs. He also informs her that Kamal is dead, and she's just calling Kamal Deputy Do-Right, and that he deserves to be killed. So he tells her that Kamal was killed by the Russians, and she doesn't care. He asked her in that same conversation if she was using drugs, and of course she denied it. They discussed that Zion was dead and that Tariq killed Zion, and she was showing him the proof, that he was killed in the safe house. He's mad at her because she told him, he told her to kill Zion. She had Diana do it because she had a meeting, I think, with like Eternal Affairs, and Diana had Tariq do it. And I guess there was camera footage in the safe house that he was in, so they have it all on tape that Tariq killed Zion, and he told her that he's going to hold on to that phone, and with that footage tells her to go home. As she's driving off, we see Diana is watching her. Diana has already stolen a gun from Monet's safe in the house, and she follows this girl, Felicia, home to her home. And I think she was taking out the trash, this Felicia, and somehow Diana got in the house, and Felicia comes back in the house, and she sees Diana there. They get into a tussle. Well, at first Diana has the gun on her, and Felicia's trying to talk her down because she's a cop. I guess she has experience doing this type of work. And it was crazy because she's stepping closer to Diana. Diana should have, at least shot her in the knee to slow her down. And then she gets in close enough to Diana where she can knock the gun away from her. And then that's where they tussle, and somehow the girl is on the floor. they got her on the floor somehow, and Diana picks up a skillet, and the girl is laying on the floor, and she bashes the girl's head in several times with the skillet. Of course, you're gonna just crack someone's skull. The blood's everywhere. And, that was a kill of passion. You killed Diana's baby. That's what you get. I mean, you don't have to be in the drug game to kill like that. You kill for your child. Anyway, after she kills this cop, she notices toys on the ground. So she's like, oh, right away, oh, she must have a kid in this house, or has a kid. Tyreek gets over there, and it's so crazy how he's trying to tell her about revenge. He tries to school her on revenge, and she's like, you don't need to tell me how to do revenge. And they go and they see the sleeping child in his bedroom, and the child wakes up, and he's at the top of the stairs, and he wants to know where his mother is. They explain she's working, and Diana goes upstairs and reads him a bedtime story to get him back to sleep. And it is so crazy if you think about it. This woman beats Diana, sends her in the hospital, kills her unborn baby. Diane takes revenge out on her, kills this woman with passion, with a skillet over her head. This woman has a child. Diana's reading this baby, this little toddler, a bedtime story. This is the craziest full circle weirdness I've ever seen. Oh my God. And it was just so crazy if you think about it. And this all happened in a matter of what? It looked like 24, 48 hours. This is all happening. At the last scene, we have, well, there's another scene. There was other scenes. There was Drew. I didn't talk much about him. He was in jail. He had to kill somebody. He's just doing a lot of work in jail and not getting caught. But Carter gets him out of jail, and he kind of informs, I guess he gives a lot of information about who really stole those drugs in the first place. And he finds out that was really Noma. He goes to the cop's house because he knows that, well, I think he suspects that something could happen. He doesn't know that she's dead. When he gets there, he has Drew with him, and he sees that she's dead, and Monet's there, and Tyreek is there, and Diana's there. And he wants to, he's kind of upset, and he wants them to be on his team. He's blackmailing them. If you better do what I say, or I'm going to pin this on you, or we're going to make it look like an accident. And he welcomes Tyreek to the team, and that's pretty much how it ended. Tyreek gave him a look, so I guess Tyreek has to work for the cops for a while. I don't know. Tyreek's gonna get out of it. They're gonna think their way out of it. It was a good episode. Yeah, I think I really liked this episode. I thought maybe there was some killing that I didn't like. I don't remember. But anyway, that is it for now. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And I thank you in advance, but I gotta go because I got living to do. Bye.